Sebulon Chicalu, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you. Most welcome.
Right, let's just dive into it. You know, we have seen how well received this conference has been already. And yesterday you hosted, of course, a masterclass for delegates who are in attendance of the Africa Youth in Tourism Innovation Summit and Challenge. What exactly is the purpose of this masterclass?
Well, thank you so much. The purpose really is to empower our young people in specific topics that are relevant to, I call it to today's time in terms of doing business. For example, it's about using social media to market your company or your products or your services that you provide. Secondly, it's also then to provide the insight of entrepreneurship, starting a business or doing a business, starting also on other areas of entrepreneurship and business management. So this is the masterclass that then took place yesterday.
All right, and the official opening, of course, was held earlier today. And can you kindly just give us an update on this?
Yeah, for sure. Well, the official opening was done today by our Honorable Minister Fuamba Shifeta, Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism. Of course, in welcoming us to this beautiful region was the Honorable Governor, Andre Itope, and then, of course, all other dignitaries that were present. Well, it was well attended. Today we have almost 420 participants, everyone together was present, and people are still present, concluding for the day. It went well in terms of the official opening, really, and then continued with the two ministerial dialogue discussions in terms of are there good policies that can encourage innovation in the tourism sector, and what are they, or what is that we need to do in terms of policy imperatives. Or what is that is required into an economy, in terms of supporting, innovations into the tourism sector. It was well attended. It went well. It's insightful in terms of then really with the experts that were invited to speak about these topics. And I think it really, people are excited. We had some meetings and some feedback from the young people that were attending, and they say this is what we need, and we appreciate the learnings and the sharing of information that's taking place.
That's right. And I think we can both agree that the Africa Youth in Tourism Innovation Summit is one of the initiatives put in place in the tourism industry to help attract younger travelers, like you mentioned. How can the tourism industry encourage and support young entrepreneurs and startups to bring new ideas and innovations to the industry?
Yeah, I think what we do is on twofold. One, really, from government perspective, is to encourage and also then to allow the policies that support innovation in startups and entrepreneurship. Of course, the government, Republic of Namibia, there are few but good programs with various institutions or financial institutions. That are geared towards supporting innovation and entrepreneurship. But also then you look at it differently and say, well, the young people are there, they have the zeal, they have the love, they want to succeed in good ideas. What is that they need? Now, with that comes then the issue of what you call in vocation training or competence-based capacity building. And that one of the aspects is mentorship, exposure of these young people to how to do business, guide them how to pitch their ideas and their business plans, and so forth and so on. That's the gap that we are discussing on, because the economy is growing at a slow pace. Of course, it cannot take on everyone as an employee. Therefore, we need to start talking about the drivers of the economy, which is entrepreneurship. And this is really why it's so important. So government has been able, environment, private sector has provided mentorship, but also we want the young people to pick up the drive for success. They pick up the drive for starting business and whatever they can do. Of course, there are a lot of technological solutions that are available in other countries. So during research or through network, one can pick up that this can work, maybe with adaptation to your environment, or they can go into labs and produce or design or come up with those technical solutions, which Namibia or young people of Namibia, some of them have done. So also other African countries. But we want more of these, because innovation means new business. New business means may be new industries, new jobs, and so forth that have been created.
Yeah, Chicalu, we are talking about, encouraging business here in the tourism industry, especially for young people, and it's quite fair to say that it's one of the biggest challenges as well, experienced by a lot of entrepreneurs, especially younger entrepreneurs, upcoming startups. It's funds, and this is one that it's quite broad, not only in tourism industry but every other business. Was this one of the areas that was tackled at this at this conference, and was it, at the summit rather, and if so, how was it tackled?
Yes, of course this afternoon there were discussions by experts. One, young people across Africa that were here or are here, sharing how they started, how did they got funding. Some started by themselves or family funding, some had to come or to be funded or grant or in other means. But also there was a panel of experts that discussed, what is this venture capitalists are looking for? What do they want in your business? What do they want to see before they fund you? So this aspect were really tackled. And also sharing an expert, I think one of them was from Tanzania, in a vocational training academy that managed and introduced programs that they, of course, shared the experience and say they trained 400 in one point, and all of them were taken up by the market. And next time they trained 300, all of them were taken up. And training means giving them applied knowledge, applied skills, applied competence into run a business. Because when you have that, you're actually reducing the rate of failure and improving the success rate. Even if you were now to approach a bank or any financier, and then you say, I am satisfied, or I'm trained to run a business, and this is my evidence. So they are easily to give you or to give that young person a loan, because they know, now the risks of business. You are trained all over areas of business, because we spoke about 360-degree view, because you need, as an entrepreneur, to become an HR manager yourself, a lawyer, a business manager, an operation manager, CEO, financial manager, marketing manager. All those skills you need to acquire, and to understand those areas before you succeed or before you run a business. So all these were discussed and sharing experience from country to country, and for those who succeeded, and also sharing their failures before they succeeded, and say, how else can you do? The people are not looking only for capital. For example, there was a person who was saying, a business person, entrepreneur said, well, I didn't need a loan to go to the bank. When I pitched my idea, it was pitched so well, and then she got a grant. So sometimes it's not only financing, but you're saying, well, pitch your idea so well that the next person, whether a financial or a banker, can say, I'll give you either a grant or a loan or anything else, or anybody else, even your family, can they believe in that dream or in that business idea, they can give you seed funding for you to start a business.
Thank you.
But also equally, it's about also encouraging the sector, financial sector, venture capitalists, to say, well, look at what you're acquiring, whether collaterals, are you not able to reduce some of them or lower them, so to allow more entrepreneurs or more startups really coming up, into the business, or new tourism enterprises starting up. So those are, in context, many areas of practical experiences that the young people and the experts were sharing, across the day today.
Sebulon Chicalu, thank you so much for making the time. This is all the time we have for you. Of course, we do know that the summit continues tomorrow, so we wish you and the team, facilitating this event, nothing but the best. And thank you so much. We'll be hoping for more updates from there. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. You're welcome.
Well, Sebulon Chicalu, the Director of Tourism and Gaming in the Ministry of Tourism, Forestry and Tourism and Environment, of course, just giving us an update on the Africa Youth in Tourism Innovation Summit that's currently taking place in the coastal town of Swakopmund. We bring you more interviews after a short break. Stay tuned.